Thanks for joining us at the Team Afterburn Fitness Studio. Today we're going to talk about and show and demonstrate the fitness workout of the week. You know, our members and guests get a fitness experience of a lifetime, but we would like to be able to offer that same experience to any viewer who tunes in. In a typical Team Afterburn workout, expect to find yourself immersed in multiple different exercises, which we call compound exercises. We take a member and we take them through different movements, one after another, to really burn down their tissue, allowing one muscle to rest while engaging another from exercise to exercise. We're going to start with a goblet squat. This is the start of our 4-exercise compound exercise. So Phil's doing a nice deep bodyweight squat with a kettlebell. He goes into a squat, he takes a rear step with a rear lunge, and he alternates with a squat and rear lunge. He's incorporating and engaging his glutes, his quadriceps. The deeper he gets, the more butt he's gonna get. If you're at home and it's maybe your first time that you're doing this, do this without weight, just so you can facilitate the movement and you can get your brain connected to your tissue to do this movement correctly. Okay, moving right along, we're going right into a TRX row, incorporating our back, our rhomboids, our posterior deltoids, the big muscles in the back. So Phil's gonna demonstrate a basic TRX row. Right here, he has simultaneous movement from right and left side. He's allowing his scapula to open up in the down position, and he squeezes his scapula in the up position. You really want a lot of that movement in the back to actually work the back. It's not just bending at the elbows, it's really working that back. Now, to make this movement a little more challenging, a little more difficult, and Phil, being as athletic as he is, we're gonna put it on him. Take a couple steps forward, Phil. Notice now more of his body weight is hanging by the TRX, so he's having to pull more of his own body, so that back is working even harder. But now Phil, being the athlete he is, can step up even and make this difficult, even to the extreme, but I'm gonna help him out just a little bit. Now this is something that we would be doing here at the studio. I wouldn't necessarily suggest maybe doing this at home, but definitely here under supervision with a trainer, I would highly recommend having one of us push you in this regard. Now we know not everyone may have the use of a TRX strap or apparatus, so you can do the same back movements at home. Now again, you can use a dumbbell at home, dumbbells at home, you can use even a milk jug. And then what Phil's gonna do is gonna bend over, nice, good 90-degree angle to the back. He's gonna keep his head up and his chest out, good. Nice proper S-curve of the spine, so his back is tucked in. He has an anterior pelvic tilt. Watch my hips. They come out when you bend over. You're not moving forward. We're gonna go into what we call a pike-up. Now, you can buy apparatuses like these, or literally pieces of plastic that could slide across the carpet nice and easy, but you can easily use paper plates on carpet, or if you have hardwood floors or linoleum, you can use towels as well, just so you have that slick, resistance-free surface. So Phil, let's go ahead and demonstrate a pike-up. First, Phil's on his toes, in his hands in a straight arm position plank, and he's bringing his midsection straight up to the ceiling. Now notice, he keeps his legs nice and straight, and he's trying his best to keep his back as straight as possible as well. So he literally is like a jackknife splitting right up through the middle. Now this can be challenging, and if it's too challenging, we can simply bring the knees forward. Finalizing this 4-exercise circuit, we're gonna finish up with some strong cardio and a little bit of plyometric box jumps. Phil, go ahead and demonstrate a proper box jump. Now when Phil does a box jump, he's gonna press and power from the ground. He's trying to get his heels at least to clear the box so he has full support of the box. Now, to have a box at home, a lot of you may not, I do recommend having a stable surface that's immovable. I wouldn't recommend doing this on a chair or anything that potentially could slide or move or tip over. What you can do at home, and what most people do have potentially, is a stair, maybe 2 stairs. In this case, we're gonna use the box, go ahead, toe touches. We're gonna keep the heart rate up. He's moving nice and quick. Now that finalizes our first round of 1 minute per exercise. We follow that up with an additional 30-second round with 30 seconds rest. Remember, when you have 30 seconds to complete your exercises, you can go a little harder. You can push a little bit deeper. You should be able to burn yourself out where you don't have anything left. That's the intention of Afterburn. We want you burning calories, not just in here while you're doing it or at home while you're doing it, but with muscular breakdown, so that when you're outside in the world not doing your workout, you're in repair. You're burning calories while you're repairing the tissue that you broke down in your studio or at home. Now we come into the second half, the last half of our 4-circuit exercise. We're gonna start with a basic clean and press. So Phil's gonna demonstrate the clean and press. I'm gonna kind of walk you through the basics. Now I kind of want you to think about a 4-count system with this clean and press. So Phil is gonna squat down, his hips stay nice and low, his head is up. he's never gonna be looking down. His shoulders are always gonna be trying to point towards the sky when he does this movement correctly. When he powers through his heels, he's gonna bring it up 1, and then up 2, comes down to the shoulders, 3, elbows top, and down to the floor. We're gonna keep doing this for 1 minute. We know that not everyone may have a straight bar and bumper plates. Maybe if you're taking this to the gym or you're here at our studio. We can do different modifications for this. Medicine ball clean and press. Same basic format, same count. Driving with the heels, up to the shoulders, to the sky, to the shoulders, to the ground. Coming into part 2 of our 3-part exercise is the slow motion push-up. So Phil, go ahead and get in push-up position for me. And just like it sounds, it's a push-up, slow-mo. So Phil's gonna try his best to control his body. He's gonna come down, touch 90 degrees at the joint of his elbow. He's gonna come into the upright position, but he's never going to lock his elbows out. You wanna keep soft joints that protects his joints. Now Phil's very good at this. Again, Phil's an athlete, so we're gonna challenge Phil a little bit here in the studio with our athletes, or the athletes that can take it, that is, because we're all athletes in the studio. We're gonna challenge Phil with a little weight. A quick additional modification for those who have challenges doing a push-up, even on the knees, would be simply to elevate the hands above the feet. That will position more of your body weight onto the lower half of your body, allowing you to push more weight or allowing you to have greater range of motion with the upper body where it's needed, where the push-up is most effective. At this point, even, Phil can come down to his knees again. And again, more of his body weight now on his knees, allowing him either greater range of motion or just the ability to do the push-up as a whole. Continuing right along, we're gonna move into the get up, sit up. Now, Phil's gonna have a straight arm position with the kettlebell or dumbbell. He's gonna sit up into the upright position and reach toward the sky. Now, to keep this movement in the proper fashion, never bend the elbow. The arms always stay straight and above the head. You don't lean that arm forward or you're gonna fall forward. The arm stays straight the whole time. You're working the abdominal muscles. You have a transverse plane of motion with a nice core twist. We switch sides, 5 on a side for a minute in duration. Again, for those who are challenged in doing a movement with weight, you can simply not use weight and do your get up, sit up. Again, still facilitate the proper posture and range of motion, and that would be a nice straight arm. Getting in the upright position, follow that arm to the sky with your upper body. Okay, for the novice or the beginner, or maybe even holding a weight above your head is challenging, we simply can just do a basic stomach crunch. This way you're still utilizing the same muscles that you'd be doing a Turkish get-up, but you're just literally incorporating the abdominal muscles. Finishing exercise 4 in circuit 2 is bringing the old back to new, is the jump rope. Now, if you haven't jumped rope in a long time and you used to as a kid, you're in for a rude awakening because the jump rope is awesome. And I say awesome, I mean fitness awesome. But let's say you don't have a jump rope. We can modify the movement itself. Throw that to the side. You can simply jump in place. Maybe you have knee issues. Maybe there's impact issues that this is a little too demanding. You can simply jog in place. Finishing up, our last circuit of 4 exercises starts with the kettlebell swing. Now, we've demonstrated this before in past videos. Now, Phil is going to be swinging this kettlebell in the upright position. He's gonna get that kettlebell above his shoulders. His forearms will touch his inner thighs each time. His weight comes down into his heels, and he uses his whole body to swing that kettlebell in the upright position. Now, if you don't have a kettlebell, you can simply use maybe a ball at home, a basketball. You could use a dumbbell. You could use a milk jug. Circuit 3, exercise number 2, is the skater. Now, this is a cardiovascular move. It's a dynamic movement. Again, thus being called the skater. He looks very much like an ice skater. Now, we can modify this movement by simply taking a step and eliminating the jump. Moving right along, exercise 3 of circuit 2 is the Aerodyne. Now, Phil's gonna demonstrate the Aerodyne for us. Now, those of you born, I think 1980 and sooner may not know what an Aerodyne is. If you do, then you exactly know what he's doing and why he's doing it. The Aerodyne was an old-fashioned bike that you had in the gyms, and it would blow a fan in your face, and you would actually pull and pump, and that's what we're mimicking here. And Phil's actually gonna be demonstrating the modifications all the way down to basically a walk in place. We're home free, the last workout. Circuit 3 is a medicine ball, or excuse me, is a balance ball rollout. Phil is simply doing a basic plank, extending his arms forward and bringing them back in, keeping his hips in the upright position. His core works very hard at keeping his posture stable. Nice work, Phil. Now we come down to the knees to facilitate this movement a little bit easier. Awesome. And if you don't necessarily have a ball, easy enough, plank on the ground. Thanks for joining us at the Team Afterburn Fitness Studio for the workout of the week. Stop in every week for a kick butt workout.